Did you know that pregnancy causes a lot more problems to our body and our structure than we actually hear about? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the issues that pregnancy causes and how to either alleviate them or fix them. Hi, I'm Tabitha Gomes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here to help all you busy ladies out there juggling jobs, careers, and kiddos with no real time to exercise. I'm going to give you exercise tips, tricks, and even routines and product reviews to help make exercise a part of your life. So let's get to it. All right, today we're going to talk about pregnancy and how it throws your body out of whack. And I'm not talking about the hormones, the acne, and all these other crazy things that happen and you kind of know about already. I'm talking about the physical effects on your body that aren't covered in a lot of the pregnancy websites. You don't hear about it. Honestly, I didn't really know about it until I went to the chiropractor after having baby number 2, and my chiropractor was like, "You're messed up. You need to fix that. You need to fix this." And I was like, "What? How did I get so messed up?" And I was like, oh my goodness. So yes, it happens to the best of us and we don't even think about it. We don't realize because we're so worried about our pregnancy, not getting stretch marks, being healthy, making it through delivery, taking care of our baby, that you forget, or not forget, excuse me, you just don't realize as the other changes.
Are the boys upstairs?
Yes. Thanks, honey. You're just so busy being a mom, worrying about not getting stretch marks, being healthy, making it through the nausea in the 3rd trimester, etc., having a baby and taking care of your baby that you don't even realize these things are actually happening to your body. So I'm in my bathroom, as you can see, because it's easier to see what I'm going to talk about on a plain wall rather than in my garage. And then we're going to go to my garage after we're done with this, and then we'll talk about how we can fix these problems. So like I said, my chiropractor pointed them out to me, and then I did a bunch of research because I'm a research junkie, and I wanted to be able to give you guys some great information that I don't think most women know about. All right, let's check out my body and let me show you what happens during pregnancy. All right. So a normal body, our pelvis is sitting evenly right over our feet. Our shoulders should be aligned with our heels, and we should have this nice, perfect posture. But what happens during pregnancy is we now have this big belly that starts sticking out. And to compensate for the belly sticking out, we slowly get into an anterior pelvic tilt. So our pelvis, instead of just facing straight down and even, it starts rotating forward as if you have a bucket and you're spilling water out the front of the bucket. So now our pelvis is rotating forward as we allow the belly to expand. Our butt is sticking out. We're adding a curve, so lordosis, into our lower spine, which puts special pressure on our spine. And now our abs are not, they're just hanging. We're not like holding them up. We're not supporting them. And we have this bad posture going on. This eventually affects our upper body. So now we're slouching on our upper body too, rather than sitting up, because sitting up straight would feel funny when your butt's sticking out. So this is proper posture here. This is pregnancy posture. All right. And now I might be over exaggerating it a little bit, but let's do a small bend here. Small little hip tilt. Even a little one. Little one makes a big difference. Let me go on the white door. Here we go. Nice posture, hip tilt. All right, you see that difference? Nice posture, belly's nice and flat, hip tilt, belly's poking out. All right, so now we got that. That now affects our back, it affects our hips, it affects our core, our entire core basically, our abs and our lower back. That adds to our diastasis because now we don't have the proper posture to hold our abs in nice and tight. We're not standing up straight, and then our shoulders get rounded and we can get kyphosis on the top of our back. Kyphosis is the rounding of the shoulders. You're not going to slouch as much in your upper body during pregnancy. What's really happening is the pelvic tilt. But after you have the baby, your shoulders will start rounding as you nurse. Nice posture, nursing a baby, what naturally happens? Now you're slouched over, shoulders are rolling forward, spine is being bent at the top in an unnatural position. With all of this, our chest muscles are getting tighter. The back muscles, especially the rhomboids that hold, rhomboids are approximately right here. They hold our scapula, so our shoulder blade, to our spine. That muscle really gets stretched out because it's in a relaxed position. When we have the anterior pelvic tilt here, our hip flexors get really, really tight and our hamstrings get really, really loose. Now, I have been in the process of trying to fix this on me for months because I didn't know that it was happening to me. Things just were changing in my body through pregnancy and nursing, so I didn't know that these effects were changing my body until the chiropractor, like I said, was like, hey, you got a problem. And he gave me this stack of papers like, you need to go home and do all these exercises all the time, and you need to stretch, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. But you know what? That's accountability for me. I don't see a personal trainer. I go to the chiropractor, and I haven't been in a while, and I need to go back badly. But I've been away from home for so long, so it's been really hard for me to keep a good schedule. Anyways, let's head over to my garage, and then we're gonna work on these areas. I'm gonna show you how I have been working to fix the problem and how you can too. Now, if you're not pregnant yet or you currently are pregnant, now you can take the time to really implement these things so it doesn't affect you as bad and you can really alleviate the problem after you have the baby. Okay, see you in a few. All right, hi everyone. Now we're in the garage. So now I'm going to get to showing you how to repair some of these areas and what I've done to help repair them. I'm still not back to 100%, but we're working on it. That's what babies do to you. So it's totally worth it, right? I'm going to show you a couple different exercises and we're going to just use a few things now. All of these exercises can be done at a very simple home setting, or you can go to the gym and actually use cable machines to use them. So first off, I have a little ball. This is a ball. We're gonna roll out our hip flexors. This is not any special ball. It's a super duper ball. Whammo! It's a super bouncy ball that I bought for my 1-year-old, but this ball fits in my hip flexor perfectly. So you can use a foam roller, you can use other massage balls, but this one, I think I got it from Walmart. Bam, totally where it's at. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to roll out those hip flexors with this guy, and then I might bring out one of my little medicine balls or slam balls, and then show you how you can use that as well. Couple things. Also, I have a mini resistance band. This is the 12-inch one. This will be a little bit easier to use than the 9-inch one, so we're gonna do this for both upper and lower body, and I'm gonna show you again a couple of ways to do these exercises with different items. And then I have 2 super bands with me. One is a little heavier, one's a little bit lighter, but it's just so that I have different weighted resistance depending on what I need. I do have heavier ones if I need to pull that out, but one super band would just be fine if you have one. So a mini band, a super band, a ball or something to roll. Hi honey, here you go. Hold on, gotta give the cool toys to the kid. And then 2 sets of dumbbells. If you have a squat rack or a bar or access to the gym, you can absolutely go heavier, but we're gonna stick with the small dumbbells for now because sometimes that's more accessible and more realistic when you're working out at home, especially if you just had a baby. So first off, we're gonna start with our upper body. I'm gonna show you some stretching and some exercises, and then we'll go to our lower body. All right, so behind me, we're gonna go straight to the squat rack. We're gonna stretch out our pecs first, something you can do on a doorway as well. And then I'm gonna show you how to set up these bands on a nice firm surface and how to work those rhomboids. Okay, let's get to it. I kinda like this ball. All right. So if you're at a door frame, you're gonna just hold on the outside of your door frame or anywhere there's the wall. So imagine this is the frame, you're going through the door here, and this is the wall on the opposing side. You're gonna just place your arm and you're gonna stretch right through. Now you might need to raise your arm up a little bit or drop a little bit lower to really get that stretch. Even do both. So we're going to stretch our pecs first. Hey, little man. Stretch, flip it over, same thing. Stretch those pecs. Okay, we're going to start with the mini band first, then I'll go on and we'll do the super band, okay? Ooh, ding. Alright, you're going to take the mini band around any surface that you could do it on a railing, anything that has a bar basically in your home. I'm going to use my squat bar here to show you. Okay, you're going to wrap the mini band around a bar. You're going to hold one on each, a loop on each side, and you're going to step back as if you're going to do a row, but you're not going to row. What you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back, keeping your elbows as straight as possible. They don't need to be perfectly straight, but the idea is that you want to feel like you're pinching a pencil between your scapula or between your shoulder blades, all right? So you're going to pull back and pinch. And hold as long as you can and release. And pinch and release. Pinch and release. All right, you should kind of feel it tightening up. Now we're going to go ahead and do that same thing with a super band. Super band makes it much easier because you can go in a variety of different ways. You can put it on your foot and you can do the same thing. Pinch and release. You can again wrap it around. You can wrap it around something. I'm going to put it through one of these anchor points that I have from one of my band kits. And again, like a rowing position. Don't drop my tripod. Let it go, Ziki. Let it go. Come here, honey. Okay, again, as if you're going to do a row, but we're not going to row. We're going to hold it and we're going to pinch. Release and pinch and release. Now, ideally, it would be better if you get something chest level. So like I will show you. I can wrap it around a post here. You can do this at a park as well. If you take the kids to the park and you need somewhere to exercise, wrap one of these super bands around a post and pinch. See how my shoulder blades are pinching? But I'm not shrugging as I pinch. I'm pulling it back. Pinch and release. Pinch, release. Pinch, release. Okay, let me show you these same exercises with dumbbells, which make it a little bit more difficult, but one sec. So I have 20s here. We're going to put our feet a little wider than hip width apart, maybe shoulder width apart. We're going to get flat back as if we're going to do a row again, but we're not going to row. We're going to pinch and release. Okay, so we're working our rhomboids. If you want to row, you can row and pinch and row and pinch. Hey buddy, no, it's too heavy for you, honey. No, go get your dumbbell. Go get yours, honey. The little ones, come, let's go get yours. Come on, right here. Okay, again, one more time without the little man grabbing the weights from me. Flat back, stick the butt out, and pinch your shoulder blades. And release. I don't like this. I don't like to do it that way. I much prefer a seated row position because it really allows you to focus on pinching those rhomboids rather than focusing on your form. Okay, so that's stretching our pectorals and working those rhomboids. Let's move down our body and I'll show you a couple more things. Okay, to work, now what we have to do is we have to stretch out the hip flexor. And we have to strengthen the hamstring, all right? So I'm going to show you how to strengthen the hamstring a couple different ways. Again, if you do have gym equipment, you can do it If you do have gym equipment and dumbbells, you can use the dumbbells or the bar or whatever. If you do not, we'll be using these bands as well, and I'll show you those ways. You want that one? Okay. Okay, I've got 20s again. So we've got our typical deadlift. Now, we're gonna hold the dumbbells right in front of us. We're gonna stick it out. We're gonna try to get those dumbbells as close to our shins as possible and pull our hips and butt back in, all right? So we're guiding the bar or the dumbbells down our legs, pushing out, and pulling up and in, all right? Now, if you do not have a heavy enough dumbbell, just do a one-handed. So stabilizing leg, if you need a wall, go ahead and grab onto a wall. Stabilizing leg has nothing but your arm and your leg. I like to hold the dumbbell in the leg that's actually being lifted. Good for counterbalance. So we're going to stretch, same thing. So we're going to stretch forward and pull. All right, so if you were doing it with balance, you can hold on to anything here and go forward. Focus on the hamstring and pull back up. Holding on to something again. Focus on that hamstring and pull back up. That's if you don't have enough weight to do two hands. It also adds a little bit of balance when you do it with one leg, so definitely beneficial. Another way you can work the hamstring if you're not good at your deadlifts is take those dumbbells and put them over your shoulders, and we're going to do good mornings. So good mornings is a smaller range of motion. Same movement, pushing the butt out and pulling the butt in. Pushing the butt out and pulling the butt in. All right, stretch those hamstrings. Use the hamstrings and the glutes to pull back in. Okay, I want to get you a pretty decent close-up of this. I just put this around my anchoring point here, which is at my squat rack. I threaded it over, thread it through, pull my piece nice and tight here. Then I'm going to take my mini band right here, and I'm going to thread it through here as well. So a mini band on either side of the super band. Now you can just see my feet. So I'm going to take my feet and cross one over the other. 1 foot in one side, 1 foot in the other side. And crossing my feet didn't matter, I totally screwed that up. Anyways, then you flip on over and we're gonna lay on the mat. Hang it. So now that I'm laying here and I've got my mini resistance band basically working as an ankle strap, I'm using the lighter mini band right now, so if you have a heavier one, go ahead and use the heavier one. It's gonna give you more stability and less lag in your pull. But basically, you're gonna use it as if you're using a hamstring curl machine and you're gonna pull. And let me tell you, it actually does work. So if you do not have a mini resistant band and you only have the super band, no problem. You can stick your heel at the bottom of your band. Stick your heel at the bottom of your super band and curl. It's going to be a little harder to do two, but you can do that. Hold on, let me stick it in. There we go. I've got two in, and you can curl that way as well. And you can feel it, ooh, fire to the bottom of the butt cheeks. Really awesome workout. So now if you do not have the super band, excuse me, don't worry, you can totally do it with the mini resistant band. Go ahead and fit your mini band through your feet through your mini band. Flip on over. One leg will be straight and resting down. Ooh, let me fix them, make sure they're at your ankle. A 12-inch is not ideal for this. A 9-inch would be better because it would give you more resistance. I sometimes like to put, I don't know if you can see this in the video, I like to put 1 foot, I like to put my mini band on the sole of one of my feet instead of just my ankles. You can choose either way is best for you. But the other leg, you curl up. curl, and bring it back down. So you can do your hamstring curl exercises all on one leg. You got 4 different options. You can do it dumbbells like I showed you in either a deadlift, single deadlift, or good mornings. You can do it with super bands with your mini band as a hamstring curl. You can do just your super band, or you can do your mini band. And that's a bunch of hamstring curl exercises. So even if you don't have a gym that you can go to that has a hamstring curl machine, there are so many different options. And finally, we're gonna stretch and release our hip flexor, which I don't do enough of, to be honest with you. Okay, I've got this little bouncy ball. This guy's super nice. You're gonna just place it right under your hip flexor, and you're gonna roll just ever so slightly. You just wanna find that sore spot or that tight spot. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna ache a little bit, and you wanna just put that pressure there and roll back and forth. Roll up and down. Oh, I found my tight spot. Ooh, that feels good. It never fails that the pigeon pose is one of the best stretches. So again, your pigeon pose is you got one leg forward, bent, the other leg back, knee rolled under, toe or the top of the foot facing down, and you're gonna hold that stretch. This will stretch your hip flexor and it'll stretch your glute. You can always grab on to the foot to get a deeper hip flexor stretch. Oh, that's good. And then you can switch. You can also do the runner stretch, which is basically like a lunge, a deep lunge, stretching that that hip flexor. Let me show you that in a second. This is a nice deep stretch for the hip flexor as well. And there you have it. So there you go. Stretch your pecs, build up your rhomboids, stretch your hip flexors, and build up those hamstrings. And that will help you overall defeat these problems during or after pregnancy. A lot of different options I just showed you. You can use dumbbells, super bands, mini bands, if you don't have access to the gym. But of course, if you have access to the gym, by all means, take advantage of it. So tell me in the comments below if you've ever experienced some of these problems postpartum and what you did to alleviate the problem. Otherwise, mahalo for joining me. Stay positive, work hard, and God bless. Aloha.